Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to Interfaith Spiritual Center Worldwide. As I say every week, wherever you are on your journey of spirit, you are welcome, loved, and accepted. This is a way of life where we honor all paths of God. Now is the time we take a deep cleansing breath and we prepare ourselves for service. We quiet our bodies and we quiet our minds. In this very room, there's quite enough love for one like me. And in this very room, there's quite enough joy for one like me. And there's quite enough peace, quite enough power to walk through my every fear. For spirit, one spirit, is in this very room. In this very room, there's quite enough love for all of us. And in this very room, there's quite enough joy for all of us. And there's quite enough peace, and quite enough power to walk through our every fear. For spirit, one spirit, is in this very room. In this very room, there's quite enough love for all the world. And in this very room, there's quite enough joy for all the world. And there's quite enough peace, quite enough power to walk through our every fear. For spirit, one spirit, is in this very room. Is in this very room. Oh yes, there's quite enough love, quite enough peace, and quite enough power right here in this very room. But give me that one moment in time. Give me one moment in time when I'm all that I knew I could be. Oh, why then, in that one moment in time, I will be Oh yes, we will be free. Oh, you're a winner for a lifetime. When you live each moment in time, let it shine. Give me one moment in time when I'm all that I knew I could be. Oh, I did. In that one moment in time, I will be. Oh, yes, we will be free. Oh, yes, we will be free. Oh, yes, we will be free. Well, good morning, everyone. As I said in the beginning, wherever you are on your journey of spirit, you are welcome, loved, and accepted. This is a way of life where we honor all paths to God. Our mission is to heal, inspire, empower, and prosper the world through love, prayer, meditation, and by sharing the principles and applications of successful living. I want to let you know this is Grandparents' Day. And we know that Dr. Sharon got a wonderful message from her grandson, Tyler. So also, we know that everyone out there that's having a wonderful celebration today, we're sending our blessings right out to you, and know that you are loved right here at Interfaith Spiritual Center worldwide. If you or anyone you know is in need of affirmative prayer, please place it in the comment box, and know our ministry of prayer will pray over for 30 days, because we do know affirmative prayer does change things. You know, we are in the month of September, but first I'm going to tell you about what we believe. Now, I know we have new viewers out there that are probably wondering, what is Interfaith Spiritual Center all about? Well, you know what? We're going to tell you right now what our belief system is. And is everybody ready? What we believe. We believe in God, the one power, presence, source, and substance of all that is, whose will for it is eternal bliss, love, health, prosperity, and good fortune. We believe the power and presence of God is within us, and that we can use that power to accomplish anything through our desires, beliefs, thoughts, words, and actions. We believe there are many paths to God. We embrace and support every person's right to worship as he or she chooses. We believe we are eternal and are given unlimited opportunities to succeed and attain our heartfelt desires and goals through prayer, meditation, and by practicing the principles of successful living. We believe that heaven is first a state of mind that we can attain now and forever. We believe in the law of life that states, we get back what we give out. We believe that as our humanness gives way to the divine, the Christ consciousness arises triumphant and victorious. And so it is beautiful. As I was saying earlier, we are in the month of September, and our theme for the month has been sacred contracts. So I'm going to state our affirmation, and then if you'd like to join me right afterwards, please feel free to. I accept the call of my divine destiny and move forward in love, peace, power, and presence. And so it is. Please join me. I accept the call of my divine destiny and I move forward in love, peace, power, and presence. And so it is. Beautiful. Thank you so much. And also, we want to send out our prayers to all those yesterday who were affected by 9/11. And we know that our hearts go out to you in the 20th anniversary. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to bring up Dr. Sharon, who's going to do a beautiful meditation for you. Oh, what do we need?
Well, it's just a little technical thing.
Okay.
I did not press comments, and we'd like to
Oh,
see
okay,
comments.
sure. We can do
And
that.
I didn't press the ticker. So you know
We
what? We have just a
We
moment.
can do that.
Don't
right
talk
here.
amongst yourselves
There
yet.
we go.
So we got comments, right? And then, yeah, and then that goes over there to ticker. And very good. So
There-
here we are.
There we are.
We're all technologically sound. Right?
It's wonderful.
It is.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Sharon Stroud will do a beautiful meditation for you.
Thank you, dear. Thank you. And welcome to Interfaith Spiritual Center Worldwide, where we believe there's a power for good in the universe greater than we are. And guess what? We can use it, and we are using it every single day of our lives, whether we are consciously aware of it or not. And this is really why I love our way of life, is that when we look at our daily life as our temple and religion, and that we have choices, and that these choices come into our lives so that we can move to the next level. And we had like a little technical thing this morning, and Fleet said, well, I'm on the solution level. This is what I love about our way of life. We are on the solution level. And there are times we just accept what is. And as we accept what is, what do? We surrender. We let go and let God do what God does best by means of each and every one of us who hear that call and answer. So this morning, as we go within, just take a deep cleansing breath all the way down to the soles of your feet. Breathe in the good, the true, and the beautiful, whatever you conceive that to be for you. This is the day the Lord hath made. Let us consciously choose to rejoice and be glad in it. It is a gift from God. And what we make of this thing called life is our gift back to God. So breathing in and breathing out, letting go and letting God do what God does best. For did not the psalmist say, with all you're getting, get understanding. For there is a spirit within man and within woman, and the breath of the Almighty hath given them life and understanding. Through this sacred understanding, we acknowledge all paths that lead to God are good. That right now, somewhere in the world, a Jew is saying her prayers. A Hindu is chanting a mantra, and a Buddhist is kneeling at her sacred shrine. Right now, at this very moment, someone is lighting a candle in a cathedral. Someone is making their Hajj toward Mecca, for it is the will of Allah. And yet someone else is lighting a fire in a jungle, repeating an ancient mystical drama. Beauty goes before me, beauty behind me, beauty below me, beauty above me, beauty within me. Let us all walk the beauty path hand in hand, beyond color, race, creed, sexual orientation, and political affiliation. Let us acknowledge on this glorious day our oneness. And as we feel that oneness and connection, that beautiful heart connection, we know that where our treasure is, there our heart will be also. So today, let us just align and declare that which needs to be healed is healed. That which needs to be revealed is revealed. That which needs to be known is known. And that which needs to be released is released quickly, gently, and with grace. For eye hath not seen nor ear heard, neither hath entered into the heart of humanity the things which God hath prepared for them that love. Love being the strongest healing power in the universe. Thank you, Father, Mother God, for this way of life and the recognition of our oneness. And I want to add, if there's anyone viewing this morning that possibly cried themselves to sleep last night, know the love of God surrounds you. The light of God enfolds you. The power of God protects you. And the presence of God watches over you. That wherever you are, God is. This is the truth for you and with you. You are enfolded in the everlasting arms of God's love. And for those that are feeling a sense of loss this morning, let us know that death is not extinguishing the light. It's turning off the lamp because dawn has come. Do not stand at my grave and weep. I am not there. I do not sleep. I am 1,000 winds that blow. I am the gentle falling snow. I am the birds in quiet flight. I am the stars that come out at night. Do not stand at my grave and cry. I am not there, I did not die. We know that love is eternal, and that when we drop this vehicle, that the soul of us arises triumphant and victorious. We seek first the kingdom of God, knowing that all good things are added unto us. That mentally and emotionally we are in perfect peace. Our mind is stayed on thee. Our mind is stayed on what is life-giving and life-affirming. We build on that. Let us bless our body this morning. Let us see it as the temple of the living God, knowing that this body, this energy is a vehicle, and that our God is bigger than any diagnosis. That wherever pain seems to be operating anywhere in the world, the presence of God is. Wherever dis-ease seems to be operating anywhere in the world, the presence of God is. Wherever upset seems to be operating anywhere in the world, the presence of God is. And what I know is that you are as close to God as I am ever going to get. And I am as close to God as you are ever going to get. And if I am in that place in me and you are in that place in you, there truly is only one of us. Thank you, Father, Mother God, for the substance that we call our finances. That what we know at the very deepest level is that we bless every avenue and channel in which our good flows. The bottom line is God is our source. That we are happy, healthy, prosperous, and free. God is our source. Peace, shalom. Peace, shante. Peace, salam. Peace, paz. Peace, pax. Peace, frieden. Peace, 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 peace. And so it is. Amen. Thank you. Thank you. You know, it is just my very, very great pleasure to introduce Reverend Damien Calmet, who was in my San Diego congregation, and I really haven't seen him for like 35 years. Isn't it amazing? Come on up, and I will introduce you to our wonderful viewing audience, our beautiful, beautiful audience, that we love you. We are so grateful for you, and that the opportunity that we have with technology to, you know, when I see this little green light, which is the camera, I know the eye in which I see God is the same eye in which God sees me, that we look into our very soul of each other. So this wonderful virtual community that we have, we are just so grateful for you. And the fact that Reverend Damien, he wrote, and we're not at the Lieberman, and we're at the Rose of Sharon Sanctuary, where we have had our service since March 22nd, 2020, a year and a half. We have been doing our services at the Rose of Sharon Sanctuary. So Damien is going to be our spiritual reader and give a little short commentary today, and we're just very grateful for you. It was a divine appointment.
It was. It is.
Yes.
Dr. Sharon, you know what that little green light is? It's God saying, go love somebody.
Yes.
Absolutely, go love somebody. A short commentary, I think I'll probably give that before I give the reading. Congratulations on 20 years of the being here in Palm Springs. What a wonderful thing to be the Interfaith Spiritual Center worldwide from this place, and to have a fabulous person at your side like Prince Fleet Easton here, who's one of my favorite vocalists, one of my favorite people in the world to listen to. So today, yes, 35 years ago, this woman was instrumental in me opening my ears, my spiritual ears, to come from a world of religion to a world of spirituality, to a world of maybe, so, could be, would be, whatever, into the world of now, to a world of schisms and ifms, to a world of I am love, sharing who I am. So today, this reading, which I was given to read, actually is very special in this moment. And as I read this, was written by Shelly Bullard, and I want you not to hear it with your ears as much as to let it sink down into your heart, into your spirit. Because when it does, it's going to be in your feet, and it's going to be who you are. A sacred relationship is a relationship in which we are inspired to see the divine in another person, to experience oneness through the union of two. Sacredness is a felt experience. It is knowing deep within, a knowing that you really who you are. We become ready for this sacred relationship at a very particular time in our lives, a time when we awaken to the sacredness within ourselves. When you come to realize that you're not just a body, that you're not just, in fact, an essence of love and truth, a deep desire to know yourself as love, to experience love in your relationships comes forth. And so the desire for a sacred relationship is born. A sacred relationship, it's not what you think it is. Sacredness is not a concept, which means it has very little to do with our analytical mind. In fact, the mind tries to understand sacredness or God or the universe or the infinite. It's likely to short circuit a little, That's because the mind operates in duality from the perception of separateness. Beyond the mind, beyond separation, beyond rational thinking, sacredness is a felt experience. It's a knowing deep within who you really are. All concepts related to sacred relationships are that, just concepts. The mind loves to categorize and to define divine, good, spiritual connections. But this is a duality in action, saying, this is good, this is bad. It misses the whole point. Okay, you know what I mean there. If a sacred relationship is anything, it's everything. It doesn't look a certain way. It doesn't look like what's showing up in front of you right now. It doesn't get more sacred than that. Nothing will take the sacredness out of the relationship faster than definitions and concepts. They send you into that ego stage, that ego state of binding you from the divinity of the present moment. Sacredness can only be found when we step out of the theoretical into the now. Now, the now is written in small letters here, but listen with our ears. Sacred, when we step out of the theoretical into the now, capital N-O-W, now. If you're not experiencing sacredness connection or fulfilling it in your life, the place to look is not in another person. It's to look within yourself. And really, so it is.
So good, wonderful. And I have a little presentation. Wasn't he wonderful? I just love this. And we have a little presentation for Reverend Damien. And this is, it's called Spirit in Me. And the late Martin Anthony, I helped him with these. They're affirmations on beautiful photography that he took. And so we have this for you. Here, I'll give that. And we have what? Angel Heart Award.
Oh my gosh.
So, random acts of kindness, a heart of compassion. This certificate honors Reverend Damien Calmet in recognition of random acts of kindness, Interfaith New Thought Spiritual Center, Dr. Sharon Straub, founder, September 12th, 2021. So this is the Angel Heart Award for you, dear Damien.
You do know what I say at the end of my own broadcast.
What?
Kindness is the language the deaf can hear.
Oh, I love that.
Kindness is the language the blind can see.
Yeah.
Be kind to yourself and to others.
And when the Dalai Lama was asked about his religion, he said it's kindness. I love that. So now the Reverend Prince Fleet Easton has something so wonderful planned for us. And I just so grateful. So come on up.
Thank you.
Perhaps love is like a resting place, a shelter from the storm. It exists to give you comfort. It's there to keep you warm. And in those times of trouble, when you are most alone, the memory of love will bring you home. Perhaps love is like a window, perhaps an open door. It invites you to come closer. It wants to show you more. And even if I lose myself and don't know what to do, the memory of love will see me through. Oh, love to some is like a cloud, to some as strong as steel, to some a way of living, some a way to feel. And some say love is holding on, and some say letting go. Some say love is everything, some say they don't know. Perhaps love is like the ocean, full of conflict, full of pain, like a fire when it's cold outside, thunder when it rains. If I should live forever and all my dreams come true, my memories of love will see me through. For love to some is like a cloud, to some as strong as steel, for some a way of living, for some a way to feel. Some say love is holding on, some say letting go. Some say love is everything, some say they don't know. Perhaps love is like a resting place, a shelter from the storm, like a fire when it's cold outside. It wants to keep you warm. If I should live forever, oh, and all my dreams come true, my memories of love will see me through. Yes, my memories of love will be with you. Oh, yes, perhaps love. Thank you so much, everyone. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Sharon Stroud.
So beautiful. Perhaps love. We know that love is the most powerful energy in the universe. And I love our theme this month, it's Sacred Contracts. And that everyone that we have invited into our lives, whether consciously or subconsciously, Consciously is always wonderful. The Course in Miracles states that we have created in our lives our lovers and teachers. And the lovers in our lives, they affirm us, they cheer us on, they know who we are, we feel great, we feel expansive in their presence, and it's wonderful. And our teachers may point out certain flaws, certain criticisms about who we are and how we express. Now, if we have healed the issues in which they are bringing to our notice, there's no energy charge, right? You kind of shrug, and that's their opinion. Bless them on their way. Go with God, but by all means go. And if we have an energy charge, we have unfinished business. So that too is a sacred contract that we've come together to heal some unfinished business within our emotional body. And, my husband, late husband, Neil Stroud, was just the most amazing person on the planet. And I don't say that because he moved on. He just was. And he taught in a disadvantaged area school, 5th grade, English as a second language. And he taught self-esteem. In fact, Jack Canfield used to come to the school in those days. No one knew who Jack Canfield was, but he wrote a book called 101 Ways to Teach Self-Esteem in the Classroom. Jack was a teacher. And so Neil used and he implemented those wonderful, wonderful pointers from Jack's book. And all the kids loved him. And they were, in a poverty area. So he had them collecting tin cans, recycling, so that at the end of the term, he took everybody to Magic Mountain and they'd earned it themselves. And we had, we certainly had our challenges when our baby girl was 3 days old and he was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. And we went through some incredible experiences. And then when he did pass, it was very, very devastating. And the day does come, I want each and every one of you to know, the day comes when we cease to weep that it's over and we begin to rejoice that it happened. That day does come. However, we're part of the human condition. We grieve our losses. And that when Dostoevsky said that I may be worthy of my sufferings, that means that when we transcend that suffering and we feel redeemed through that suffering, what do? As the ancient bodhisattva went out into the marketplace with healing, helping hands, we serve others through what we've learned. Now, when Neil passed away, I was asked to give a presentation at a Silamar for the United Church of Religious Science. And those are all Centers for Spiritual Living now. The name was changed because people used to confuse it with Scientology. And so the RSI group, there was a split in religious science, even though they teach and preach oneness, there was a split. And so there was like an international group called RSI, and then there was the United group, and I was part of the United. I've understand that they've now come together and united and call themselves Centers for Spiritual Living, which you get it, it's a spiritual foundation. And when Dr. Holmes was asked, in a word, what is religious science? He said, the laws of science, the opinions of philosophy, the revelations of religion applied to human needs and the aspirations of every living soul. So when we look at the laws of science, cause and effect, that there's a cause and effect relationship. And that when we are conscious and we're living consciously, we're aware of this. When we're living unconsciously, we think that we're at the effective life, we're the victim, all of these things come in. I'm so reminded of the ancient legend where the high priest went out into the forest and an arrow came through, the forest and hit him in the chest. And he was so livid that he said to his devotees that were with him, he said, find out who did this. And they wanted to extract the arrow. And he said, no, we will not extract the arrow until you find out who did this. and they were, scurrying around in the forest. It was, obviously an accident, even though nothing happens by chance. Everything is a divine appointment, a sacred contract, a sacred relationship. So by the time they found the young man who had released the arrow, what happened? The high priest died because he was so unwilling to pull it out. So that is so profound when we pull out and actually unearth what's going on inside of us. That's healing. That is true healing. And when we attract relationships, see, people think a sacred relationship is just this wonderful, loving, fabulous thing, but it's all of it. And as Reverend Damien read to us, that when we think this is good and that's bad, that's duality. It's all just experience. And when we can wrap our mind around that it's just experience, yes, life is about contractions and expansions. And when we contract and we expand, we contract, we expand, but we never contract to the original place from which we began. We keep evolving. And we allow ourselves to become more conscious. So when Neil Stroud passed away, I was the founder of the Santa Clarita Church of Religious Science. And I was there for 3 years. And when I presented at Asilomar, California, the board of trustees of the San Diego church came to me and said, would you be interested in coming to San Diego and being our minister? Well, I thought San Diego was just kind of a place you pass through on the way to Tijuana. I mean, I really didn't have a sense of San Diego or La Jolla or any of it. And so I said, well, I can think about it. And so I drove down to San Diego to, give my talk. And then one of the board members had his pilot's license and a plane, and he flew me just like all over San Diego and along the coast. And it was absolutely beautiful. And so I made the decision that I needed to leave the ministry that I had founded in Santa Clarita. And when I accepted that call to San Diego, a whole new world, I was so sheltered, a whole new world opened up for me. And when we get it at a very deep level, that we're here to what? Fulfill our destiny. And as we draw these energies in, that when we consciously allow ourselves to know that we've invited it in. And I had met the assistant mayor of San Diego. He's very charming. He was good looking and really quite wonderful. And we ended up getting married. And he was an adult child of alcoholics, and I was an adult child of alcoholics. So we came together and we had all this unfinished business, unbelievable unfinished business. A lot of it was in the papers too, because it was amazing. We went to the city psychiatrist, and I was willing to do that, to work through whatever we needed to work through. But I want you to know that John Bradshaw wasn't even on the scene then that much. And healing the shame that binds you when you're raised in these alcoholic homes, I became the archetype of the overachiever. That I would, felt if I went so far and I did so much, that my past wouldn't touch me. But the truth is, what does it do? It goes underground, doesn't it? And runs us. So we never feel enough. We're never doing enough. We're never, young enough or old enough or pretty enough or all of the things. We just don't feel enough. So we overgive just to feel accepted. That's the archetype of the overachiever. Now, my sister took on the archetype of the disappearing child and the rebel. So when my father would say, you're never going to amount to each other, she'd say, you're right. Where I would, have that energy within me to overachieve to make him wrong. Okay. So we had this unfinished business. And as we came together, we just, he was a rageaholic. He would throw things through windows. I was in my car, he was in his car, and he hit me in his brand new car sitting, I'm in my car. So then he would have to, repair things. So when I was sitting with the psychiatrist at the city and he got up to excuse himself, the psychiatrist said, Sharon, what I'm aware of is that you have a life's work. And if you stay married to him, he will become your life's work. I got up from there. I went straight to an attorney and I filed for divorce. And we had been married 2 years. And when I got deeply involved with John Bradshaw, and I had him come and speak at our ministry, Healing the Shame That Binds You, and all the wonderful books. And he too was an alcoholic, recovered and recovering, and an adult child of an alcoholic home. And it was so revelatory for me that, I wrote a letter to my former husband and said, this has been so healing and so wonderful. And he said, well, I just don't want to dig up my past. So he kept the subconscious, that all of the self-esteem issues, all of the things that run us when we don't feel enough, he was unwilling to look at. But I wanted to extend the olive branch to him. And he said some terrible things about me to the press. Talked about my lascivious life and all of these horrible things that were untrue. And the following Sunday, he thought he's going to destroy me, right, in my ministry. The following Sunday, we had standing room only. They wanted to see this woman that has, brought this, the assistant mayor of San Diego to such a place, right? And he never won, He ran for the Assembly, Congress, he never won another election. The laws of science, cause and effect, he never won another election. Putting all of that energy out, trying to destroy me. What did he do? He destroyed what he wanted, right? That's the law of cause and effect. And on my 50th birthday, I invited he and his fourth wife to my party, and he did come. And I said, I'm just so very grateful that you came, because I want you to know you made a huge difference in my life. And he really did, on many, many levels. And gave him a hug, and he said, I really wouldn't have missed it. And that in that moment, in my own healing of my own past and my own issues, I had nothing but compassion for us. We did love each other very much. We just, had so much unfinished business, we couldn't get past it. So when we begin to address what's running us and these sacred relationships, and they are sacred, because when we learn what we need to know to move on, everyone and anyone who comes within our energy field is healed and uplifted in our presence. This is how it works. And as Dr. Ernest Holmes said, it works if we work it. However, it appears not to work if we're not working it, but it's working the way we're working it. And if we're putting out negativity, that's going to come back to us. We're not going to win elections. We're not going to be out there doing what we're doing, loving what we do, and doing what we love. The greatest combination in life than that. And I disclose these things to you because this has been part of my journey in the 46 years of my ministry. And that I was widowed at 32 years old. I remarried at 37 with unfinished business. And so at 39, I was divorced, right? And through that process of self-discovery, I became a much better minister as far as counseling, much more compassionate in my heart, rather than that metaphysics has a tendency to be mental. But I made the longest journey on the planet, the 18-inch journey from the head to the heart. The heart is the doorway to the soul, isn't it? It is the doorway to the soul. Keep your heart in all diligence, for out of it come the issues of life, we're told. So on this amazing day, and we're celebrating our 20th year here at Interfaith Spiritual Center worldwide, and the opportunity that we have to keep growing and evolving and expanding our consciousness. As long as we are here, we're here to grow and to learn and to open our minds and to acknowledge, whenever I have an energy charge now, I just look at it and say, what is the message in this? We know there's a message. We may, kind of shine it on at first, looking at them. But what is the message for me? And to receive that message, right? And to realize we're never going to outgive God. We are never going to outgive God. And so we give with that heart of compassion and the recognition that we're in the world to live, to love, to laugh, to express, to be all that we can be. And if we need to weep, what are our tears? Aren't they just that gentle, beautiful energy? For every tear that falls, a flower grows in consciousness, doesn't it? We're watering something and releasing something within us. And tears of joy. Joy is the most infallible sign of the presence of God. Joy. So when you look at your sacred relationships and stuff comes up, fabulous. Because what? We get to deal with it. It has surfaced. And when it's surfaced, then we can take a very objective look at it and say, what do I need to own here? And what do I need to release here? And what do I need to embody? If my daily life is my temple and religion, what is it that I need to embody? And I will, share something, a funny story. I have shared it a few times in the 46 years of my ministry, that when I thought I'd just totally healed it with the deputy mayor of San Diego, I was, we sold our church in Mission Valley, and we went into a 22,000 square foot facility up on the hill off of 163 in San Diego, 22,000 square feet. And we had 1,000 people at each service. And I was rounding the corner to go up to get me to the church on time, right? And on the corner, there was this huge sign. Now, this is when we know that we still have unfinished business. There was this huge sign, and it had, his name. He passed away in 2019, so I bless you, Bill. And it said, with his name running for Congress on our church property on the corner. So I'm turning the corner and I screech on the brakes. I stop the car. I get out and I see the sign and I just start pulling on it like this. Once I got it down, I went stamped on it. Then I went in to my beautiful sanctuary and 1,000 people and gave one of the most moving talks I'd ever given on unconditional love. And then I said, a very funny thing happened on the way into the church. And I shared about the sign and how I stamped on it and all of this. So I said, I think I still have some work to do. I think I still have some work to do on that. So when stuff comes up, we think we still have some work to do. And you know what? As long as we're here on the planet, we have work to do. And isn't it wonderful when we heal those issues that we can be of service to ourselves, others, and ultimately the planet? This is why I love our way of life, that we are in a sacred relationship and that we're here to heal and to inspire and to teach and empower through our daily lives, which is our temple and our religion, because we're all going somewhere. Where is it? Higher yet. Where is it? Higher yet. Where is it? Higher yet. Because we are in a high place and we will not come down. None of these outer things move us. We are in a high place and we will not come down. So I say to you, namaste. The divinity within me salutes the divinity within you. And the divinity within you salutes the divinity within me. And if I am in that place in me, and you are in that place in you, there truly is only one of us. Shalom, the peace that passes all understanding. And God bless us, every single one. And so it is. Thank you. It's a joy to be with you this Sunday. I love you. I'm grateful. And now the Reverend Prince Fleet has something wonderful for you. Take it away.
And I never thought I'd feel this way. And as far as I'm concerned, I know that's what friends are for. And I never thought I'd feel this way. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm glad I got the chance to say that I do believe I love you. And if I should ever go away, well then close your eyes and try to feel the way we do today. And if you can remember, keep smiling, keep shining, knowing you can always count on me for sure. That's what friends are for. Through good times and bad times, I'll be on your side forevermore. That's what friends are for. You came and opened me. Now there's so much more to see. And so by the way, I really want to thank you. And then for the times when we're apart, oh, close your eyes and know that the words are coming from my heart. And if you can remember, oh, keep smiling, keep shining, knowing you can always count on me for sure. See, that's what friends are for. Through good times and bad times, I'll be on your side forevermore. That's what friends are for. So by the way, I thank you. And then for the times when we're apart, oh, then close your eyes and know these words are coming from my heart. And if you can remember, oh yes, oh, keep smiling, keep shining, knowing you can always count on me, oh, for sure. That's what friends are for. Through good times and the bad times, I'll be on your side forevermore. See, that's what friends are for. You know for sure you do. That's what friends are for. Through good times and bad times, I'll be on your side forevermore. Oh yes, 'cause that's what friends are for. Thank you so much. Thank you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Sharon Stroud.
This is our time of giving and receiving. And I do want to really thank our beautiful virtual audience for your tithes, your love offerings, and your special gifts. And some of you have written to me and told me that you've never given to a spiritual community before. And I want you to know that because of you and our interfaith angel, our doors are open. This message of universal love and oneness goes out into the world because we're about tipping the scales in favor of spirituality and world peace. So please take your gift in your hand and I want to thank our Julian Paul Hernandez, our moderator, who has posted our PayPal account. In fact, we got a little ticker, at the bottom of the page about our PayPal account. We have a PO box and a telephone number if you'd like to use your credit card for a donation. And of course, we are nonprofit. We are tax exempt. So anything that you give to us, you may declare. So just take a deep cleansing breath and repeat after me. I give this gift with love and joy.
I give this gift with love and joy.
I give this gift as a sacred expression of who I am.
I give this gift as a sacred expression of who I am.
And giving to God, I give to myself.
In giving to God, I give to myself.
I give thanks for the abundance that is mine.
I give thanks for the abundance that is mine.
And so it is.
I
am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. And what you do is, I want just to do this and put it toward your screen or your iPhone or wherever, and we're just going to bless this offering, pressed down, shaken together, and flowing over into every area of our life. For we know the same opening that we give through is the same opening we receive through. Thank you, Father, Mother, God, for the abundance that is ours. And so it is.
And so it is. Amen.
Wonderful. And now, our little celebrity, Miss Minnie, you know that when I picked her up at the groomers last week, she received the Little Angel Award. Yes, they had a whole certificate because she's so good and she is so loving and she loves people. I mean, Reverend Damien came in and she was all over him and she'd never met him. So she never meets a stranger, right? There are no strangers, only friends she hasn't met. So our wonderful Reverend Prince Fleet Easton is going to share our beautiful closing. I call it an anthem. And if you want to come up and sing with Fleet, that's great. And yeah, that's wonderful. And I will be your audience. So let's just take it away. So Reverend Damien and Reverend Prince Fleet.
You can play the game, you can act out the part, though you know it wasn't written for you. But tell me how you're gonna stand there with a broken heart, ashamed of playing the fool. You know that one thing can lead to another. It doesn't take any sacrifice. Oh, father and mother, sister and brother, and many, if it feels nice, do it twice. And just shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna be much better if you only will. What I mean to say is, shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna be much better if you only will. Now, Minnie, I'm talking to you. Now listen. You know you can run, and she does, but you can't hide. This is widely known. Oh, and what you plan to do with your foolish pride when you're all by yourself, all alone. You know, once you tell somebody the way you feel, you can feel it beginning to ease. I guess it's true what they say about the squeaky wheel. Squeak! Always getting the grease. So you better shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna be much better if you only will. What we mean to say is shower the people you love with love. Go ahead. Show them the way you feel. Words are gonna get better, so much better if you only will. That's it. Here we go. Now, real softly. Here we go. Shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. A little louder. Shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Now, really out there. Shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Make it rain, rain love. That's it. For everybody. Make it rain, rain love. Oh, well, once again, thank you, everyone, for joining us today right here at Interfaith Spiritual Center Worldwide online service. As I say in the beginning of the service, wherever you are on your journey of spirit, you are welcome, loved, and accepted. This is a way of life where we honor all paths of God. Now, on this beautiful Sunday, we're going to send you out to have a beautiful, blessed day. You know, we can't wait for you to come back next week. We'll be here, same time, same station. Also, I'll remind you on Wednesday night, Dr. Sharon's Spirit, Mind, and Body Connection at 7:30 right here on Facebook, on StreamYard, on YouTube. So check that out. It's going to be on Sacred Contracts. So we will see you next week, same time, same station. You take care. God bless. And we're going to give a big out kiss. Are you ready? Here we go. Mwah. Take care, everyone. Have a beautiful, blessed day till we see you again.